Does Jesus Christ still heal today? This is a question that many of us have pondered. To explore this, let's journey back 2,000 years to the time when Jesus walked on earth. Consider the miracles he performed, the lives he transformed. In the book of Matthew chapter 8, verses 1 to 3, we find a moving account of a man with leprosy. This man, outcast and suffering, was cleansed and healed by Jesus. In another instance, in the Gospel of John chapter 9, verses 1 to 7, we see Jesus healing a man born blind, giving him the gift of sight. These are but two examples of the countless miracles he performed, each one a testament to his boundless compassion and love. These stories demonstrate the healing power of Jesus Christ, but does this power still exist today? Let's turn our attention to the book of Isaiah chapter 53, a prophetic passage that speaks to the healing ministry of Jesus Christ. In the heart of this chapter we find verse 5, which declares, "But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed." These words were penned hundreds of years before the birth of Jesus, yet they resonate with a promise that is as relevant today as it was then. In this verse we see a vivid depiction of Jesus' sacrifice. The wounds and bruises, the chastisement and stripes, they all point to the physical suffering Jesus endured on our behalf. But there's more to it than just physical pain. Buried within these words is a promise of healing, a promise rooted in the depth of Jesus' love for us. The wounds he bore, the bruises he suffered, they were not in vain. They were for our transgressions, our wrongdoings. Jesus took upon himself the punishment that was meant for us to bring us peace. And the stripes he bore, the marks left by the whip, they are a testament to the healing power of his sacrifice. This verse in Isaiah is not just a prophecy, but a promise that through the suffering and sacrifice of Jesus, we are not only forgiven, but healed, both physically and spiritually. Through his suffering and sacrifice, Jesus provides a path for our physical and spiritual healing. One way we experience Jesus' healing power today is through the act of communion. This sacred ritual, first established by Jesus himself during the Last Supper, serves as a poignant reminder of his sacrifice for humanity's redemption. The Apostle Paul, in his first letter to the Corinthians, chapter 11, verses 24 to 26, recounts the significance of this act. He narrates how Jesus, during that final meal, took bread, gave thanks, broke it and said, "This is my body which is broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me." In the same way, after supper, he took the cup, saying, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood. Do this whenever you drink it in remembrance of me." When we participate in communion, we are not just remembering a historical event. We are actively acknowledging Christ's sacrifice and our covenant with him. Each time we partake of the bread and wine, we are reminded of his body, broken for our healing, and his blood shed for our salvation. This is a powerful truth of the healing promise Jesus has made to us. Communion is not just an act of memory, but an act of faith. As we break the bread and drink from the cup, we are proclaiming the Lord's death until he comes again. We are declaring our faith in his promise of healing and redemption. As we partake in the Holy Communion, we remember Jesus' sacrifice and claim the healing that comes from his finished work on the cross. So does Jesus Christ still heal today? Let's revisit what we've learned. We've seen the miracles Jesus performed during his time on earth, healing the sick, healing the blind, and healing the lame. These weren't just acts of compassion, but a demonstration of his divine power, a testament to his identity as the Son of God. We delved into the prophecy of Isaiah 53, where it foretold that by his wounds we are healed. This powerful promise, fulfilled through Christ's sacrifice, assures us of God's desire for our well-being, both spiritually and physically. And then we explored the healing power of communion, our heavenly medicine. As we partake in the bread and wine, we remember Christ's sacrifice, claim his promise of healing, and align ourselves with his finished work. So to answer the question, yes, Jesus Christ still heals today. His healing power is as real and available today as it was over 2,000 years ago. And as we regularly partake in communion, we can claim this healing power in our lives.